starting out our day in the car. It's not going to be much of a day. I'm pretty emotionally worn out from yesterday. Touching that fairing and everything else is all stuff Daniel touched, and it melts my insides. It makes me hurt. It makes a lot of things hurt. So, So we're running the store. One thing I do think about that I do think is kind of funny is I think one of my superpowers is I've never actually cared what anybody ever thinks of me. And there's a reason behind that, and that's because no one can ever make me feel worse than I have made myself feel about me. Like, after Daniel killed himself, I actually was stopped from killing myself. So to get to that point and to get that far is a very far point. So it's hard to disappoint anybody more than you've already disappointed yourself. So, I don't know. I'm gonna run in the store. If you can get yourself to a place to where you don't care if somebody likes what you're doing, if somebody hates what you're doing, and you don't care about anybody's opinion, it's almost a superpower in the world, because then you get to live your life. You get to do things your way. Because no one's judgment falls on you. Not your mom's, your dad's, your wife's, your brother's, your sister's, your friends, any of their shit. You can listen to their perspective. You can always listen to perspective because you can change how the way you think, but never just use their judgment and let it fall on you. I'm going to give you an example. It's the small changes that matter, the little changes. So I was listening to music, and I was kind of jamming out, and I had it in my ears, and I was in Walmart, and I was just kind of chilling, and I stopped dancing. And in my head, I stopped dancing, and I wondered, why did I stop dancing? Why did I stop doing what I was doing? And I stopped dancing for the people around me. And it wasn't like I was trying to make a spectacle. I just had good music on, and I wanted to dance. But in that moment, when I caught myself, I have to realize, F everybody's judgment, I gotta be me. And if I change the way I act in those moments, I decided to dance and jam myself out, because if you take those little small victories and you take those things, it helps build your confidence and not care what anybody thinks about you, because building your confidence helps you not care about anybody else's judgment. Start loving what you do. Start loving your opinion on things. Develop your own opinion, not be afraid of sharing it. Creating these videos for me is another way I get over a lot of the self-confidence thing, because I actually have a lot of trouble with people that aren't in the car world or aren't educated or other things. It's not that I don't like them, I don't know how to relate to people. I have trouble talking to other people. So talking to you guys kind of helps me get better at communication skills. I was on the radio when I was a kid, but again, you're just talking at people. That's why I conversate in the comments, and that's why I love answering you guys' stuff and growing and learning with you. But again, I don't care if somebody loves me as much as I don't care if somebody hates me, because I'm always just going to have to be me. And no matter what, I just have to be me. Because if I'm not being me, then who am I being? I'm living somebody else's life through other people's judgment. I'm not even living my own life because I'm afraid to do what I want to, because I'm afraid of how other people are judging me, and I can't live life that way. There's no way I would function living my life through somebody else's judgment, or, I shouldn't do this because so-and-so thinks I should do it this way, or so-and-so thinks I should do this. Fuck them. Do you. Do what you love. Because if you love what you're doing, you don't work. It's so much fun and everything like that. I'm reminding myself of these things because I'm struggling on that motorcycle, and I'm not struggling for any other reason but I'm being selfish, and I miss my freaking friend. And I got to remember that I got a dream going on. I got all kinds of other stuff. He decided to check out. His judgment, he judged himself. He's out. Now I'm judging myself by how I react to those scenarios, and I can't do that. I can't even judge myself because I got to just be me. Unapologetically. 110%. Got to do me, be me, and live my life. This is my one shot on planet Earth. This is your shot on Earth. Are you going to take your shot, or are you going to just, willy-nilly through it and do something that everybody else thinks you should be doing, and just not living your own life and living by other people's judgments? if you're living your life through other people's judgments, like, the Joneses, like they always say, like, so-and-so bought a pickup, or so-and-so bought a boat, so I need a boat, or he bought a gun, so I need a gun. Like, I'll never understand that mentality, because you're not living your own life. You can do the things you love doing, and then you end up having regrets, because you end up in a job paying for shit you never really fucking wanted, living in an area you never really wanted to. It's all about the journey. You don't have to get to that destination. You don't have to have the things you want right now. You can figure your way out to get there through the journey. It's about taking little bites of it and making little goals and doing the things you love. Judgment stops so many people from chasing their own passion. It stops them from doing the things they love to do because somebody told them, hey, you should do this because that's what's going to pay the bills, or hey, you should do this. But when you were growing up, I believe they taught people wrong between all the way till they were 18. They should have told them they could do whatever they want and start them off on the procedures and the things they love doing and let them experience different things so they can figure that out. But instead, most people get dropped off like a hat when they turn 18 and go figure it out. And they forget, hey, you can do anything and you can be anything. And they end up being a part of the machine. They go to work, they go home, they live for the weekends, and they're living by other people's judgment because I need a house because that's what's expected. I have to live this way because it's what's expected. I have kids, they have to go to public school because it's what's expected. And I mean, yeah, that is the norm, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be your normal. You don't have to live the way you don't want to live. You can live your life and not give a fuck what anybody else thinks about how you live, what you're driving, or how you're doing anything. It's your life. You could be hit by a bus tomorrow, man. Or a woman, sorry. And what are you going to do with your life? You know what I mean? You'd be dead. Like, did you do the things you wanted to do? Everybody's waiting till some magical point when shit's going to fucking happen or it's all going to line up, and they're living by other people's judgment and doing the things they think they're supposed to do because it's just how everybody else does them and that's how it makes sense. And that's such a freaking confusing, weird way to live. I'll never get it. Like, I understand it, but at the same time, you can live your own life if you really want happiness. You can be part of the machine and be happy, and I'm glad you are. Then most of this message isn't for you. But those of you that are unhappy and want more out of life and want to live your life and do those things, then do it. Don't be afraid. Take the small steps. Quit living by other people's judgment. First thing out. When you catch yourself letting yourself be judged, in that moment, literally in that moment, don't let that reaction let you go, and let it be judged. Fix it then, because how you react to that moment is how you define yourself. And changing your definition is changing how you react to all those things. Changing how you react to how that situation went down. Like when I was in the Walmart, I took off dancing because I needed to, because I wanted to beat the thing in my head. I wanted to beat the judgment going on. Just like sometimes when I'm filming and people are staring at me, I want to put my hand down and stop filming. I don't. I pick it back up and I start recording again. And I start really talking to you guys and I just go after it because I can't let other people's judgment get into my head because I need to live my dream. My dream is talking to you guys and being my own hero and all the other things I've talked about. And I really love you guys and I really love what I'm doing in my life and I really want to live that life. So judgment can't be a part of that. And I'm a big part of judging myself and self-sabotaging myself. I know the reason I stopped on the motorcycle is because I'll let you know, it gave me diarrhea and I started throwing up and I bawled for hours. Locked up, bawled. I don't handle it well. I miss my friend, but I know it's selfish. I never grieved after he passed. That project's still been going. I think I just try and keep him alive with it. But I judge myself, and this is where I think my anxiety comes in. I judge myself because I never went through it. I've never really accepted the fact he's gone. I've never really accepted a lot of that. And I gotta stop judging myself. So I'm sorry this one got a little weird and got a little out of hand. I love you guys. I really appreciate all of you. I just had to get some stuff off my chest. I didn't work on the bike today. I had to stay away from it. I straight up locked up, turned into Buddy. But I've been working on commenting on all the comments and catching up on all of those. And I appreciate all you guys' comments and likes and how much the channel's growing. I really can't ever say how much I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. So I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.